So my brothers never wanted anyone to love me. Growing up was an absolute nightmare. I could never get away from abuse. So it's followed me into every area of my life since then, including schooling, work, romantic life, social life, and it's to my belief that my own best friend was murdered, and recently a friend, Natalie, talking to me, was murdered as well. Because they don't want me to have any kind of organic relationship at all. So if they can't get in the way of it, or get that person to be a perpetrator themselves, they murder them. So I don't know who's watching out here, and at this point I don't care. I've been nothing but stopped in every single front that I try to make. As far as finances are concerned, it doesn't matter if I'm working for cash. They'll get in the way of that relationship. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to make money on a gig app. They'll get in the way of it. It doesn't matter if I'm making money by a paycheck, having a legitimate job. They'll either send a proxy into that job to poison me or fuck with me, or they'll have proxy made my own relationship to gaslight me, poison me, have their affairs, and psychologically perform these operations over my life. So, though I didn't die when I was left up on my floor, I needed some time to feel like I could heal and get back out to work. And it took an awful lot to do what I've done, even in the past 2, 3, 4 months. But now I go out to work, and it's like no matter where I go, no matter what I do, there's a Freemason, either in a undercover, undermarked, or unmarked, or a cop, or a random truck that's got the sign with the G in it, and other stickers that suggest I'm being followed and monitored and stalked no matter what I do. They're trying to stop me from work. They're trying to stop me from living. They're trying to stop me from loving and being loved in return. So the facts are clear to me that this is a demonic enterprise, a satanic occult, gang stalkers who target individuals like myself who are seeing clear through the matrix of lies. I was not offered any kind of other way inside of life other than to blow the whistle. So here I am, blowing the whistle. Help me, help me. Screaming out for help for like 2+ years now, online. I mean, it's been 27 years of me actually like looking for help within a covert warfare. But in the past 2.5 years, I've finally figured out where it's coming from, and it being identity theft by my own brothers, hijacking me, exchanging my information with the proxy of Jesse and any other person that was allowed to be in my life by proxy, or how they were allowed by proxy to try and ruin my relationships, ruin my love life, ruin my work life, and legitimately poisoning me up unwittingly is legit biohacking me and stealing away my sense of self and my free will. So now that I see it, all the stalking and everything has gotten way worse. They watch me, they hack me, they hijack me. I legitimately don't have the rights to my own name and social security number, my credit, or anything I could do for work. Throughout all of my history, not just my last 5 jobs. No, every last fucking thing I've done in my life. You know, it started with my dad, like, shoving his finger in my mouth so he could get away with rape. So, they access my devices. They access me by GPSing me, monitoring me, however they're doing it. Neural monitoring, directed energy weapons, parasites, disease manipulation. They just access as much of the information that they can hack to continuously gain more access to me or gain more access of my identity. They locate me, my whereabouts, they intimidate me like they're the watchers stalking their prey. Like human farming. I'm just being farmed out here. I'm not able to live my own natural, organic life. I legitimately don't feel like I have the rights to my own name at this point. And no, I don't. I never did. Being unwittingly poisoned for as long as I was legitimately stole away my free will. So now that I'm in this situation, I'm finally able to do something for work. They're staging it to where they're taking away my availability to work. So I'm seeking guidance to not allow these people to win against me and win against taking my life. I'm fighting to raise awareness for others who might be going through similar things and maybe not even know about it themselves at this point. But the harder I play the game, the harder they attack me with their trumped up charges, poisonings, stalking, hacking, data manipulation, identity theft, house deed that they wanted to take, equity. I mean, you name it. Life insurance policies to leave me for dead so that they could make a pretty paycheck on killing me. And I think that there's other ways. I just can't see those ways. I just believe 1,000,000% that they're being paid handsomely to as well work in this fashion up against me. So I try and go harder. Then it doesn't seem to matter where I go, what I do. There they are. Weird. So where should I be able to trust when I can't even trust my own brotherhoods, the circle of friends, ex-lovers, besides a couple that were organic, that I could trust, that legitimately can't do anything for me anyway. or maybe they just either won't for fear of their own safety, or they can only stand back and be silent supporters like the rest of people out here, being that there's absolutely no connectivity inside of Jesus Christ anymore within humanity. But especially when you can't even trust your own partner, that you should have been able to be within trust before, was just being flat out used for exploitation and for continuing the abuses that they had already taken up, poisoning me, so on and so forth. So they come at me with their projections, manipulations, gaslighting tactics, and strategies to enhance basic warfare to obliterate me. And you just keep fighting that much harder. They steal your identity. They plan a solid, surefire way to attack you, as in their minds, they think that you're not going to be able to live through this next attack. So you were ready for it. At least I was ready for it there at the end, and I was preparing myself. I just was not ready for it. I don't think anyone's ready for their own family members and friend trying to kill them for trying to cover up their own crimes that they've been taking against you. So it's tactics and strategies to enhance basic warfare to just completely take me out, because they can't have anyone speaking out about the facts, because that would maybe place other people in their own lives to question the contents of their character, as I was before being poisoned up multiple times. But you forget those things, and the next thing you know, your Stockholm Syndrome, you going back to them saying, something's happening to me, can you help me? And they don't care, because they never did. And it's really weird. But you don't know what to do with it either, because when you're poisoned, you literally don't have any way to reason through that. As without poisoning, like I am now, I would have absolutely been able to reason through it, and I would have been doing like, about Mach fucking 50, the fuck out of this fucking state, and just try and go as fast as I can into the ocean to skip like a rock all the way to the fucking other side of the fucking world. Because fuck this world. Fuck what humans did to this world. Fuck what humans did to justice. Because it's so enhanced with injustice as well. Thanks to their whole human farming, It's fun. Real fun. So I've been struggling in my health. I've been struggling to get the facts out, because by now I should have been able to live a good life and actually thrive in my life, and not have my whole entire life being ousted from me, my livelihood. To have my everything just being completely placed in jeopardy. It's a whole mess, harder to forgive. And like is said, forgive them, for they know not what they do, when they absolutely do know what they're doing. So sorry for being bitter and tired. I've been going at this truth for a long time and trying to establish some way out. But I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for my livelihood. I'm scared for the fact that these evil people are probably going to end up going to hell if they don't turn from their evil ways and repent to the Lord. and try to move in a good fashion. Like, I'm legitimately scared for them to go to hell. I'm scared for myself because of where they've placed me. I'm scared for myself and I'm scared for my life because of how I'm not allowed to work. How just trying as hard and going balls to the wall as fucking much as I've had to, fighting homelessness to get to where I'm at, I would have been better off dead. My brothers would have been better. I would have been better off if my brothers just killed me when I was 3 or 8. I've literally had no relationship with them outside of them hacking to control my life and hijack my life and perform this identity theft over me. So they thought their plans was genius, and even my brother said it. Even my brothers even admitted it, and I've sent the pictures of the text to the police that suggest that he admitted it. They do anything? No. They just utilize it to come after me and take my livelihood away. So it's really hard to forgive people that know verbatim what they're doing. But it's gotten me scared to even think that there's any way out of this, that I could actually thrive in life without being completely, like, as if being waterboarded in an open-air prison society. But that's what it feels like. They got me scared that I'm just going to be getting shut off like a light switch, basically, with their chemical bombs, their ongoing poisonings to enhance the body in the way that my body was, to then take me out covertly, as if just legitimately shutting me off like a light switch. And I know what the fuck Jesse almost did to me. I know what these people almost did to me, because even trying to get away from it, they still established ways to get that chemical on my skin, and I flopped to the fucking ground that day. Like, I did not think I was gonna live. So they enhanced my body already with the covert poisoning, and just when you're like at your the last straw, you feel like you're at your last straw with everything that you've gone through already, that's when they're trying to take you out completely, because they don't want me speaking out. So I'm scared for my life because I don't have another option other than to speak out. And personally, I'm not strong enough to do this. I would be a whole lot stronger if I was able to actually work to do me the way I wanted to live my life, to drum and rollerblade every day and put together my business and go door to door 12 hours a day. Whatever it would take, I'd be willing to do it. But they're not letting me do a fucking thing. It wouldn't matter if it was working a McDonald's job, being a fucking caddy, or mowing lawns, or just whatever you can think of doing, being a machine operator or anything. It doesn't matter what I do to get away from the abuse. Didn't matter when I was a carpenter, they poisoned me up there. Didn't matter when I was going to school, they poisoned me up there. They used every little turn on my life to control my life and completely undermine me and my sense of self and my free will by, I don't know how you'd say it, but like choreographing how and where they were going to try and poison me up next. Because they didn't want me coming back into my mind to have all of the memories of what they had been doing to me. to ever happen before taking my life. So now that it did, now that I can see it, I don't know what to do. People play it off as though this stuff isn't possible when it is, and it's verbatim what's happened to me. That I know for sure, like thousands and thousands and thousands of percent. Like, I know what the fuck has happened to me because it's a lived experience. So it's taken me a lot of studies of crimes, a lot of studies of what people are doing out here, a lot of studies of gang stalking, a lot of studies of mafia, how police operate, how police brutality works, how they gang stalk their rivals, how sometimes there's police that legitimately can't handle their wives cheating on them and what happens there. I've studied a lot more than I'm given credit for with what I have going on in my life, to have access to the knowledge that it takes certain amount of data to be collected among your studies, to know what these crimes have been that have been playing out, how and why and when that they've been doing these things to me. But I've been able to collect that data, and because of that data, these people have just been trying to sabotage me, to steal my stories, hack my computer, even take my stories right out of my computer, to then enhance covert operations in my life, to psychologically completely wreck my life. Because these people know what the fuck they did. They know what the fuck they need to stop me from figuring out. And they know why they did what they did to me to try and take me out. It's called sedation, poisoning. It's called rape. And it's legitimately raping me out of my fucking mind, my fucking free will, my sense of self. So these people wanted to fucking play this way with my whole entire fucking life. Specifically in times where I couldn't speak. To run game on me. Or making it very hard to speak. And you can't legitimately, how do you put that? Like metacognate or capitulate of what is actually happening to you, because it's just that hard. That the poison, whatever they kept putting in my body, got me into that state. So I know what the states are when, now that I've gotten away from physically, for the most part, I've had that availability of having that sunlight come back into my body, the oxygen back into my body, to be able to know all of the areas that they've been fucking with my life. So now no one within the system has the fucking cojones or their balls to protect me when these laws are written. It's illegal on many fronts of what these people have been doing to me, including being an eyewitness to the rape and molestation growing up that my father was committing along with my brothers. To be that eyewitness, for them to then want to poison me up, to keep me cursed from the demonic that they were all started from, all psychologically fucked. So I'm within the right to speak out regardless who wants to believe me about it or not, because I know the truth. Even if that truth gets silenced, without me speaking up about it and actually trying to do something in my life, regardless of what people think about it or not, you could support me even if you believed one way or the other. I don't have the support of the people that should be supporting me, knowing far the fuck well that they are my own fucking blood brothers, knowing the far the fuck well that they were supposed to be my friend, knowing far the fuck well that they could have treated me like a normal fucking human being as a girlfriend, not a matrix within the matrices of that proxy warfare artist, to continue keeping me poisoned up, because anybody who is anybody within a relationship that's telling a person, leave me the fuck be, the only thing that you have the right to do is leave that motherfucker be. You don't have the right to fucking continue the shit. You do not have the right. So I'm speaking out about it because I've gained a lot of knowledge through the descriptions of when, where, times, places, all the follow-up that I've ever had to do, even if it's being ripped from me, hacked from me, hijacked from me, prevented from me, poisoned. I've been working tooth and nail to get out of this covert warfare that's been happening to me, and so help me God, I have every fucking right to get out of the dress that I'm in, and if anyone wants to come up against me in that fashion, and they want to come up against me to try and take my life illegally, I have every fucking right to protect my life, under all costs necessary. All costs necessary. It don't matter right or wrong then. What matters is that what they're doing to me is absolutely illegal. Absolutely has been, and has been for a very long time. So they want to get me entrapped between the law with what's right and wrong, while not doing anything for all of the wrongs that have been happening in my life. Trickling these poisons in, hacking me nonstop, having proxy warfare artists to continue poisoning me up. Where am I supposed to go when they play this game where you have no safety net to even go out to work, go to the grocery store, to literally feel safe in your own house, in your own life? In any fashion, one way or the other, to be completely drained up spiritually, ethically, morally, physically, mentally, so that they can keep on pushing you inside of that conscious-based, created frustration and confusion to ensure that you're going under. For their crimes against me, leaving me so hard-pressed than they already knew that I was before in life, to having to work as hard as I've had to work, more harder than I think anybody has ever had to grind in my whole entire family. And I've been doing it. And I can see how they're just buying up all of my time, all of my energy, harvesting my energy to even take my life to work itself against me, myself, by poisoning me up, by keeping me blindsided to their fucking crimes against me. So they want to perpetrate my life in this kind of fashion, or they want to perpetually get in my life so that I wasn't able to not only capitulate these things, to see them, or to have reason with them, because I was unwittingly being poisoned. So this is not just a social matter. This is not just about the relationships. This is not just about that harvesting of my energy. This is a huge crime. And it's called, what, conspiracy and racketeering? Or however you want to call it. Whatever it is actually called. It is a crime of conspiracy to hack me and be sending my information through data networks to then continue poisoning me up, so that these fucking criminals, these fucking cucks that are getting away with rape like my fucking dad did, getting away with poisoning like my brothers and my dad did, and these proxy lovers and proxy ties to fucking Jesse did, and others. that it doesn't seem to matter what you fucking do. It doesn't seem to matter. It just leaves you in every last little part that you're supposed to be able to fix somehow. That then you go out to try and fix it, and the day you're trying to get out there is the same day that they're harassing you, stalking you, pulling you over, costing you more money, costing you more time for all of their podunky multiple felonies, their podunky control over my life. I don't think it's very fair at all. If this is the way the justice system is working, in a complete injustice over my life, when the real felonies and the real crimes are just being lost into the hyperbolic state of mind that they led me into, in the position of being in duress in the first place, trying to get the help from these abusers in the right way. In the right way. I haven't done anything wrong, and simply by suggesting for the length of time that I would like a new name and social security number and like protection and like to get away from these motherfucking clowns that are trying to control my life, I think that I have the right to ask for that before I'm left in duress that's allowing me to be as angry as anyone else would be. When I've read articles where police are walking into their wives, cheating on them with whoever the fuck, and it doesn't end pretty, I don't think that that officer has a job after that either. They didn't just walk in there with a loaded gun and then see that happen and go run off to the river and go no, they didn't. So when these things have been happening in my life by proxy, for these people to continuously poison me up, how is it that the legal system is then utilizing the situation to make me the criminal for all of these criminal intentions over my life? I would really like to know that. Because if they can traffic my person, even using the legal system to do it, and to do their next trafficking operations to prevent me from reaching disclosure further from the discovery of these crimes, because these people in position want to get away with everything that they've been to be the perpetrators, to come and steal up the rest of my life, my accounts, so that they can put on these imitators, these slanderers, and these smear campaigns, so that they can take the real me down so that no one sees the real truth. When that, I believe, is their goal. The real me still exists, even if the real me isn't allowed to be seen, isn't allowed to get the help that I should actually be deserved at this point. But these imitators and smear campaigns and slanders and abusers, all of these motherfuckers that are working within these crimes need to go down for their crimes. And if you ask me, I'm owed trillions, B. I'm owed billions upon billions for this crime itself, because it just doesn't stop. I am owed that restitution money from the very beginning of time that my dad was willing to poison me up to steal away my light, to steal away my free will and sense of self, to steal away my development inside of this life. And then it continued throughout my life. So yeah, I want restitutions in the tune of trillions, B. And if I don't get that, your world is all over. Doesn't matter who you are, if they allow these crimes to happen in my life from the beginning and the dawn of time for my life to steal me completely away, biologically hacking me with their poisons, leaving me unwittingly inside of a covert warfare to have to figure it out now that I fucking do. They want to fucking rain on my parade and not allow me to work and not allow me to fucking move, not allow me to eat, not allow me to anything but fucking be driven into this fuck off system. Sorry, but there's no crime coming from me. The only crime that's happening is from these people doing this to me. Period. Period. So, that's why I'm trying to get punchy out here with my lyrics. That's why I'm trying to get punchy with the spoken word and the spoken work that I've been creating online, because I am fucking sick and tired of this fucking crime happening to me. I am 44 years old. I have never gotten to live my life yet. And you know what? I see it in an instant. You walk by someone and it's like a guy and his baby, or a girl and her baby, and they're so excited, and just, just these, I don't know, it's joy, it's happiness, it's realness, without that covert warfare. They're not dealing with that covert warfare, they're not being gang stalked, and you can see it. You can visually see it. So anyway, I'm done here because this shit just sets me on rapid fire, and I would really like to figure out how to get out of this crime. I would really like to know what to do from here. So if you can help me, please support me. Please share my work with others, especially if they're not some fucking chode smoking fucking Freemasonry fuck camp. Goodbye. Love the supporters. Please support me.